Hello, my name is Henry C. Roberts, and thank you for joining me for Healthy Living today. I'm going to share you some basic information about some dishes I cooked up that would encourage us to be more healthy and try to get those fruits and veggies in each day. And what I call each day, if I had it, I never have made it, is this toasted flaxseed oatmeal. And it's made by shredding one green apple, and then you use the uncut oatmeal and that wonderful little flaxseed. You grind it and use it, and then you have dates, and you put a little vanilla flavor and some maple syrup and yogurt over it. And it seems to be a recipe that would be very delectable and just the thing we need to start off each day, and that's why I call it the KISS. And then we have the soy shake. It's a strawberry soy shake from the Cancer Project. A little different from the one that I usually make. Has about a cup of soy milk, a cup of bananas that are frozen after you slice them and put them in the freezer for about an hour, and frozen strawberries. And we have about 2 tablespoons of apple juice concentrate. This is something I really love to start my day with. So that's really delicious. Getting that broccoli is an essential thing, and I have made a spicy broccoli with tomatoes, and it's just broccoli sauteed in olive oil, and I added a garlic clove and just some cooked tomatoes added to it. One of my most favorite dishes is this low-fat guacamole, and it's made by draining a can of English peas and a 1 ripe avocado. You mash those together, and then you add a half a cup of mild salsa, which I made from a University of Alabama recipe, their Eat Right recipe book. A garlic clove and some lemon juice and ground cumin. And it's really, really very delicious, and it's lower fat because the avocado is picked up by the peas. One of my most favorite dishes is the sweet potato casserole, and it comes from University of Alabama also in their Eat Right cookbook. And they said, weighing in, nutritional information for healthy life. And this is a pound of potatoes, which is about 2 cups, and you have a 1/4 cup of pineapples that you've drained, and they're really delicious in this, and 2 ounces of cream cheese, and you have just 1/4 cup of brown sugar and a little vanilla flavor. And it's really a delectable dish. I really like it for breakfast. And then I like to make the hummus, and this one is made a little different because it doesn't have the tahini in it. It has 1 tablespoon of dark oriental sesame oil. And I just use 1 can of chickpea soup, some yogurt, and some lemon juice, garlic, cumin and salt. So it's really delicious and not as fat as it would be with the tahini. Trying to get beans into your diet is really very important. And this lasagna is with black beans and spinach, and it uses pre-cooked lasagna and ricotta cheese. It's a very tasty dish, not very difficult to make. And sitting right in front of it is some beets and dill sauce. And you just peel the beets, slice them, saute them over water for about 20 minutes, and then you make a sauce that's of lemon juice, stone ground mustard, cider, vinegar, apple juice concentrate, and dried dill weed. And it's really delicious. It's something that my mother loved, and it's a dish that I make to encourage myself to get more different vegetables in my week. And then we have the kale and white bean soup. And this soup has the cannellini beans and kale, which is a very difficult vegetable for me to adapt, but I'm learning to adapt to it in soups. And it has carrots, and you use vegetable broth, which I made myself. So I really have come to like this soup, and I find that I can adapt to eating kale much more easy if it's in a soup. And from the Institute for Integrative Nutrition comes the creamy fruit pudding, and it's made of 8 ounces of soft tofu, and you put 1 cup of frozen berries in it, and you add orange juice concentrate, honey, and you blend it. And this is a pudding that you use to dip the fruit in or eat the fruit with, which is really delicious. I'm going to really enjoy it. And we can end our meal that day with about a 30-minute dish that you take to prepare brownies for yourself made out of zucchini. And it was really fun to make and very tasty. Zucchini makes bakery goods very moist. So it's about 1.5 cups of zucchini and not very much fat, but it's really very delicious, and we need to get a teeny weeny bit, maybe a sliver of sweet each day. So these are just some nutritional dishes that I have collected for you, and I have information over to the left of me that indicate that we need to continue screening because we are all at risk of very serious diseases, especially like cancer, and we can't beat that disease, and they are preventable. And we emphasize getting those fruits and vegetables each day. And I really would like to thank you for joining me today in Healthy Living. And just Google and find vegetarian meals for 30 days and lose weight. Thank you.